G'day, mate. G'day, mate. G'day, mate.
Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? I hope you are having fantastic days, all of you. What have you been up to? How have you been? Let's see. Let's see. We have never had Poke Catch here. Let's see. Let me just double check. Boop, 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 ba-doo. Let me see. Oh, I didn't even open up my iPad? Like a dummy? Hold on. Do-do-do. What have you been up to, everyone? It's been a couple of days. All right.
Right, mate.
So why am I... Hold on. Am I... Hold on. Hold on. I moved my camera... the other day, and now I'm trying to, like, it's like so off for some reason. Okay, it's better. Okay, yeah, that probably works. Yeah, it'll do for today. All right, let's go ahead and move over here. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Chill, you were here first. Welcome in. How's it going? Emmers, hello. How are you? Secret, hello. Welcome in. Ken, how's it going? Ken hangs since I'm at work, but just stopping in to say hi. Hello, Ken. How are you doing? By the way, it's wonderful to see you all in like YV's streams. So many of you have popped in over the past few of his streams, and it's great. It's great to have you guys there. Emmers popped in yesterday. I know I've seen Ken there quite a few times. Every time I look outside, it's either not snowing or it's a blizzard. Goodness, it's you said it's 4 over there? Yeesh. It's actually 33 here. It's quite warm for us anyways. Shady, welcome in. Hello, how are you? There we go, yeah. Well, actually, fish has never been a command. I've never let you guys fish for free. It has always been for channel points. I'm not gonna let you guys fish for free. Brad, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? On your shift, it's 5:41. Yeesh. I refuse. And Bruce, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? I refuse to use my points. I feel the same way. I actually tend to not use my points anywhere, actually. I generally try not to spend any of my points. I'm not even saving for anything. I think on YV's stream, I have 130,000 or something like that, above that. But he doesn't have anything higher than like 2,000. I just refuse to spend points. Points to me are like, I hoard them like a dragon with treasure. All right, Shady's feeling a little spammy today. What was I going to say? Did you buy the Kathy plush? I did not. I haven't really bought too many of those plushes, but I was gloomy about the weather and I saw Juneau was 33, so now we're planning a trip just to escape the polar vortex. I have nothing to spend points on anymore. I guess that's fair. I should give you guys some more stuff to do, but I can't really think of anything. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess you guys are experiencing a polar vortex. We are experiencing a warmth vortex. I don't know, they're not calling it that. But yeah, I guess that's, you know, that's a thing. Side note, so one, I don't really care about TikTok. I'm gonna say that now. I don't use it. I really don't care about it. Yeah, that's it. I really don't care about Equator Vortex, exactly. point dump with Jet driving a dump trunk across the screen. That would be actually kind of amazing. We talk about I'm about to, or I am now. So one, I don't really care about TikTok. I don't use it really. I have one. I've posted 2 things on there. I will probably post more just because it is suggested to, but I don't like have really any intention of using it. And so one, apologies if you are somebody who uses it frequently and really cares about it, because you're probably not gonna like any of this, but I have to share with you guys this thread that was on Reddit. That was wild to me. The whole experience of it. I just reading through the comments, I was like, this is one of the best Reddit threads in a while, but also like I was just so like, I don't know what the word is. I think I sent it to YV and I said the kids aren't all right. I was like, there's something wrong here. Just the Jet chill car vibes, but he's in a truck and it comes in up. That would actually be hilarious. I love that idea. Spills points all over the highway. All right, like 3 Reddit threads on Arkansas and I hate it. Oh yeah, this was actually on the TikTok subreddit. Never cared for TikTok, always like Insta. I just am not a short form content person. I like long videos. I'd rather watch a full deep dive into something than just like a few seconds of another thing. Yeah, that's just my preference. I understand that other people have other preferences, but reading through this thread made me think, my initial reaction was TikTok should be banned. I was like, I read it and I was like, 100%. I am now like, it has pushed me over to the edge of it should be banned. The reactions to this have been insane. Saying TikTok is still popular here. I just don't give it any attention. Yeah, I understand it's like people are gonna have their own like platforms they're interested in. I just thought this was ridiculous. There was a thread on our TikTok where it's probably mostly like Gen Zers, I would say, based on the comments that were kind of, this was during when the ban happened in the US, where like you were no longer able to access the app. Even if you started it, that message popped up that said like, you know, you can't access this. Baz, welcome in. How's it going? And the comments that just sort of like unfolded from that are just so wild to me. So like the first kind of starting it off, which, okay, for starting it off, it doesn't start off that bad, but they say, I feel lonely in a way that makes absolutely no sense. It's not that I even posted often or had specific mutuals, but it's like 80% of the world just disappeared, which I will say that last little bit I think is a little like over dramatic, but it's like, okay. And as the comments kind of like continued, and more people were kind of sharing their experience on it, it really just made more sense to me that it's like, there is an addiction here, like a legitimate addiction here. One person said, it's like I lost my friends, my comfort, and my access to information. I have loved seeing creators grow over year to year and expressing what they love. I have found amazing musicians that have been in my top 10 for years now. I get news from independent news as well as the big conglomerates. I am truly devastated that 4+ years of my life and my growth, mostly recorded in my likes and saved videos, are inaccessible. It's so hard to explain how big an impact TikTok has had in my life. I'm grieving. That is, I think, like an okay take. It's like somewhat reasonable, and I understand kind of where they're coming from. The reply to it was, addiction can be hard to understand. Touch grass, though. That cracked me up quite a bit. But like, I do kind of see the like, I understand that it's like, yeah, I'm sure that you're sad that like something has been taken away from you, but like it's TikTok. Like, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Part of, I think also why I think as a social media marketer person, I don't fully understand this is because most creators don't just post on one platform. They all cross-platform in order to like get the most out of their revenue from different platforms, because if you go solely on one platform, that's incredibly dangerous. For example, if the government decides to ban the platform, most have at least tried to establish some kind of other, because like everything gets cross-posted. Like even if you go on Instagram, it'll be a you know, a reel, but it's still like just literally the TikTok video. Like it has the TikTok UI stuff, and like at the end it does the little like budding, you know. So like most creators are posting their stuff elsewhere. It's likely like you can just follow them in another place. Does that take effort to do? Yes. I'm not saying that's easy, but it's not like you have lost them. Regardless of what you think, there are 7.5 million small businesses on TikTok. Sure, yes, agreed. I would say though, there are other, like TikTok is not just the one option. there are plenty. YouTube has its own. Facebook, I mean, does its own thing, but no one's gonna use that. But Instagram, whatever. I don't think it's the fact that TikTok has become such a thing, and it'll kind of get mentioned here in a little bit. I would say it is more the algorithm that people are addicted to, which I think shows there is a problem with TikTok. TikTok is great for like, from a marketing perspective, is great for discovery, because the algorithm pushes a bunch of new stuff. There's not, in comparison to other platforms, TikTok is less about following a TikTok is more about like the algorithm feeding you more stuff than it is about at least in comparison to other platforms, like following just a singular creator, or you know, following them for a very long time. You can find people like that on TikTok and do that, but it's much more about for the average user, it is much more about just like being fed the constant, you know, dopamine rush. Okay, oh look at Birdie, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you there. I'll do the other one. Welcome in, Raiders. How was Apex? We're talking about TikTok right now. The national security concerns are real, though. It was not a ban. They just had to sell it away from China, and they chose not to do that. Yeah, I mean, and well, honestly, I think a lot of it, and we don't have to get into this part of it, I think a lot of it is just political theater. Seeing how fast things were turned around and all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I would say like it's been made into nothing, which again they've now like said it's like what, they have 75 days or something to make a change or whatever. We'll see if anything happens because of that, but welcome in, everybody. I have a short video to play for you, and then we'll continue talking. I have to continue reading some of these comments because I think you'll understand what I mean when you see some of these. But enjoy this video. Hi Raiders, I'm Jet, your fourth favorite streamer. Yeah, fourth. You know, the guy you end up with when your favorites are offline and you misclicked my channel. Before we dive in, snapsicles, this is a family-friendly stream. Please keep your chats cozy and clean or my mods will be on you like a pack of wild pumas. Looking for a triple threat? Gaming, chatting, and looks? Well, let me tell you why I'm called Triple Jet. When it comes to gaming, we dive into puzzles, indie games, RPGs, and mysteries. But the biggest mystery of all will be why you're still watching. Like to chat? Well, we get so derailed it's like we're a train to nowhere and I'm your conductor. Choo choo. And when it comes to looks, I am like the solar eclipse, best not to look at. Now, if you want a good streamer, follow the creators I just linked in chat. They will obliterate my stream like a snap from Thanos. Mr. Bezos, I don't feel so good. But if you like the wonderfully wrecked vibe of a beat-up piñata, then you're in the right place. The candy's mostly gone, but we can still keep it sweet. So drop a follow and we'll make this Siesta Fiesta the absolute besta. Got a jet? And welcome back, everybody. I hope Apex went well. How did it go? How are your games? I was reading some comments from a Reddit thread that was about from the TikTok band, The Eclipse Show. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciated that. Okay, so then this one I thought was excessive. This next comment. This person says, and I'm going to censor this, there's a lot of expletives in this one. It says, I feel cut off from the world and society. I know nothing that is happening. No news, nada. There could be a genocide going on right now, and the elites are preventing us from learning about it. I lost all of my friends like they were murdered in front of me. Expletives. I am alone with my thoughts and there is no outlet for me to let it out. I feel so depressed. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I don't even feel like waking up and going to school on Monday. I don't have cable. All of my friends are gone and I don't know how to contact them without my account. I feel so isolated. Now, this person is obviously dealing with a lot of loss and grief. I would say, from an outsider perspective, this reaction to losing access to social media is, I would say, a distinct and clear sign that somebody is absolutely addicted to a social media app, because also some of it doesn't make sense to me. Part of me is like, you have the internet. Like, the internet is at, like, you've lost TikTok, yes, but if that was your only news source, that's a problem. That is a huge problem. I am somebody who's like, I mean, and maybe I understand that I'm also like a little bit older than probably most people that are using TikTok. But like if you're not looking at multiple sources when you're like looking at news, you should be. Just as like a general, like, you know, safety check kind of like, because yeah, media literacy, it's very important. You should be double checking sources. You shouldn't just take something at face value. Like a lot of, yes, there are some like news source, like news channels have, media outlets have like their own TikTok things, but like, I think it's smart to be checking even just like outside of the platform as well. It's kind of like how Reddit can be very much an echo chamber. Checking other places besides Reddit, talking to people outside of Reddit is a good idea, so that way you're like getting that information. So like the comment of like there could be a genocide going on right now and they're keeping us from learning about it, I was like, that no, I just absolutely disagree with that. Like maybe you need to be looking outside of that, but that is like, yeah, I don't know. I have not as much sympathy in this case, because I'm like, I think this is a little excessive. Because also keep in mind, this, like, these reactions are from what? Like, TikTok was not accessible in the US for like 12 hours or something. Like, it was not even like a full day. Like it was, these are reactions from like just not having it probably for a few hours. I think the post went live maybe like 5 hours into the ban or something like that. Well, I know a lot of people don't have like cable as much anymore, at least in the US, but like you have access to other social media. You have access to the internet in general. Granted, I would say this probably shows like, I would imagine somebody who's maybe younger Gen Z who does not go beyond TikTok. Like that is their only source of information. That is going to probably be their only main platform that they're on. Though I will say this reply to this comment was kind of amazing. They said, this thread is gold. They're literally complaining about not having an outlet for news while on Reddit, in all caps. I've lost so many brain cells scrolling through this post. I feel like I'm becoming an old lady who yells at clouds reading these comments. People can't possibly be so dependent and emotionally attached to an app like this. I refuse to believe. And I feel like that is, I kind of sympathize, or I can understand what this person is feeling, because I felt the same way. I was like, surely not. Like, this, I don't know. I just don't, I mean, maybe it is because, like, I grew up early internet, and so many websites have gone and died. You know, they've lived, we've seen their heyday, and then they are now in the past that I'm just sort of like, whatever. And maybe it's more that because I do social media marketing, that I just know recipes fine. I just know that, like, you have to diversify. You have to be on different apps and all this sort of stuff. Did I trim my beard? I didn't. Not since a while. Not since a while. I cleaned it up like a little bit, but not anything. But too much for welcome in. How many forums did we all linger on that are gone now? So many forums. Even things like MySpace, I mean, is technically around, but it's like not functional. I tried to create an account there and even contacted support and literally never heard from them. But like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, they're LiveJournal, Zanga, you know, Tumblr actually has, like, lived, died, and is now back again. Apparently a lot of people are saying that Tumblr is kind of a great place to be right about now. Anyway, there's like, so maybe I'm just used to that, and just knowing that, like, you just need to adapt and move on, and there's always new things, and, like, you know, I guess I don't, you just don't put all of your eggs into one basket, I guess. That's kind of like, you know, that's what you're supposed to be doing anyways. And again, there was some reasonable take. Somebody says it's more about the loss of connection to others, which I feel like that is probably a good summation for a lot of what people are feeling. Somebody who, see, this commenter was probably older and is probably not as, like, addicted to TikTok. They said relational damage can cause grief. It is a basic and old human experience. Maybe you need to develop a social clique in real life. I'd be a bit sad and move on with my life. Which I feel like is probably, like, yeah, when there's been a platform that I've liked and then it just is like, you know, gets absorbed into something else or dies or whatever, you're kind of sad, but then you just sort of like, well, you know, what can you do? There's something else. Go to another thing. This, I will say, I don't feel as, like, and maybe this is more for the people who are just mostly consuming TikTok. I don't feel as bad, because it's like there are literally other platforms that have the exact same content, like literally the exact same content. They're being posted elsewhere. As a consumer of it, I don't feel bad for the consumers, really. Someone said, yes, unironically, this thread has radicalized me against TikTok. It's scary. You just miss the constant dopamine rush, and I'm gonna be a jerk about it. And I think this is where a difference is, and I think this can be acknowledged, which is, like, because I don't think I copied this comment down, but somebody said, I've gone to other social media platforms and it's not the same. Nothing can beat the TikTok algorithm. And I feel like that is probably true. And I think that is because the TikTok algorithm is built to give you that constant dopamine rush. It's always finding something new. It learns what you like, and it's constantly, like, showing you more and more and more. Whereas I would say, like, the Instagram algorithm is not as good. YouTube Shorts, I honestly never watch YouTube Shorts. I could care less about YouTube Shorts. So I honestly don't know even what their algorithm is like, because I don't watch it. If I'm on YouTube, I'm there to watch longer videos. I've recently learned or realized that you can actually, like, filter out shorts in your, like, searches and stuff. And so, like, I've started to do that now. So I'm like, excellent. I just don't even want them to show up in my search results at all. I hate being on YouTube and getting vertical video. Yes. Same. Double milestone day for me. Do you have some streak? I just yeah, I just don't like. I get why people like it again, and I think I can understand that it's like your 65 stream streak, incredible, Joss. I understand that it's like again, it's made to be addictive. Like that is the point of an algorithm for our social media. Like, oh, and 34 months, incredible.
And 34 moons, LUL.
Moons, 34 moons. Josh, thank you so much for the 34 moons. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being around for so long. I love it. And I say this again, emphasizing I do social media marketing for a job. I both love like the marketing part of social media because I find it very interesting, but I also hate it from like a human point of view. Like I hate knowing about it, I guess, because I now look at everything very cynically, social media wise. But like social media, it's made to be addictive. It is made to keep you on the platform. That's why like they actually say like the conversion rate of getting somebody off of TikTok to like, a lot of people will say if you're streaming, you should also be posting on TikTok. That can be successful for some people, though I would, from what I hear, most people say that their TikTok followers don't ever really become Twitch watchers. They stay on the TikTok platform and either will watch them on TikTok Live or will just, you know, interact with their posts and stuff. And it's because it's hard to get people off of that platform onto other. It's like hard to convert them to a different thing. And that is by design, by TikTok. They want to keep you on their platform. And so like the algorithm is supposed to be addicting, and I don't think that's good. I don't think that's like from a human thing. I don't think that's great. Tap, welcome in. How are you? By the way, Tap, I didn't know you were a Hurricanes fan. That equals 99. You need one more of either for a nice even number. That's so true. 2 more months until it's been 3 years. That is wild. I just hate when YouTube Shorts keeps giving me AI voice videos and I don't recommending all the time. I hate those so much. I also just hate in general, and this is actually just a problem on YouTube. Well, it actually just maybe we're maybe reaching this point in content creation where it's those AI voices where it's like made to sound real, but you know it's not. And it's just kind of like reading probably a ChatGPT script or something. I hate that so much. Like, it irks me to no end. Dominating our attention spans, what could go wrong? Like the weather. How'd you know I was a Hurricane fan? Because you mentioned it on your stream the other day. I can't remember who brought it up or if you brought it up, but you said something about being a Canes fan. And I was gonna say, YV is a huge Canes fan, and that's actually the only reason why that even like perked up. I don't watch hockey. I have seen one game in person, but I was then talking to YV. I was like, next time you and Tap are in the same chat, I'm gonna bring it up so that you guys can talk about the Canes, because he's like he's had like one Canes jersey for a while, but he got a new one for Christmas that I guess it was the Canes used to be the Whalers or something, so someone gave him a Whalers jersey. But yeah, he's a big Canes fan. And then when I heard that you were, I was like, incredible. I gotta connect people. Oh, Pons, welcome in. How are you? Great new pick, though. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad how it turned out. I quit my job and now I'm making $40,000 a month on Amazon. Like those videos, I hate those. I'm a poor Canes fan right now, but I really like them. Yeah, I heard they weren't. Did they not do very good yesterday? The Whalers logo jersey designs are amazing. It looked very cool. I honestly think it might be the best design. I think that's why he got wanted the jerseys, because he said he really loved the design of it. So, had a couple of men's league seasons as a Whaler. Really, that's so funny. I feel like I should get into hockey because so many of you watch it, but like I don't like know anything about hockey. Couldn't tell you a thing. Anyway, so next, if you guys are ever in the same chat, I have a mental note to be like, bring up the Canes. I think the Canes are having an up and down season, but I'm still pouting from the Pittsburgh Steelers getting trounced in the playoffs. Yeesh. What are the playoffs happening now? Get into soccer. It's honestly really hard for me to get into any sport because I just have very little interest in any of them. But like I can get into a sport enough to be able to like cheer on with somebody who's like really passionate about it, if that makes sense. That's like my connection to sports is usually like so like I would include F1 as being a sport. I don't know if most people do. But it was very funny because there's a lot of F1 watchers in like YV's community and like even Daz's community a bit, it seems. There's some F1 watchers, and I guess there was a Australian F1 racer that they kept on mentioning for like the past few months. His name was Daniel Ricciardo. And they kept bringing him up, and so as a joke, I said, I was like, I think I need to start watching F1. All I know is that like I'm gonna be cheering for my favorite Ricciardo, and they all were like, uh-oh, we have bad news, I guess, because I don't follow F1. They're like, bad news, he actually has been like let go or something, so he's like no longer racing anymore from, or at least this season or whatever. And I was like, no, my favorite racer. Could not like point him out of a crowd for you. But they're like, don't worry, we're cheering for Oscar now. So now I have a new favorite. His name is Oscar. Oscar Piastri Pastry or something like that. Try watching hockey during the playoffs. Playoffs are always super fun to get into since elimination is on the line. That's what got me into it. Maybe I will. I didn't like it until my kids got into it. I'm a bad Canadian, don't have an interest in hockey. Growing up, I was told I had to like the Habs, but that's about it. Makes sense that you wouldn't like hockey if you were forced to watch the Habs. That's very funny. I don't know who they are or like, but that's a very funny sports reaction, I think. I like that. It makes me laugh. I had like yeah, I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, sports has just never been something that I get into. Like, I don't get emotional about it. It's hard for me to get invested into it. But again, if I know like my friends are cheering for somebody, I will like, you know, I'll be a bandwagon fan, and I don't care that I am. Because I'm like, it's either cheering for them or cheering for nobody. So, you know, pick or choose. I do remember, this is kind of funny. I actually had somebody I went to high school with went to the Super Bowl. And I remember like he was on a team that went to the Super Bowl. Which is an accomplishment, but one, we weren't really friends, and two, I don't care about football. And so I remember this was like early Facebook days, probably like 2008, maybe 2007, 2008, something like that. I remember, and that was like the year that, around there was the year that he went to the Super Bowl. I remember making some comment at the time, like a post on Facebook saying like, you know, like kind of being like the opposite of like, you know how some people are like, I hope both teams win. I was sort of like, I hope both teams lose. because I don't like football and I hate watching the Super Bowl. And I remember somebody from my high school who was not friends with commented on that. They were super offended, and they were just like, why would you say that? Like, there's somebody that you went from your grade that like is at the Super Bowl. I was like, I don't know. I couldn't care less. Like it's just, I just don't care. I would never, if they were there, if they weren't there, I would still not watch it. And you know, my life would go on, and it has. So anyway, all that to say, sports is something that I have like very little investment in. I will, with the exception of like, if a close friend, if I'm like at the game and a close friend is playing, I will cheer them on. But overall, I'm not going to be heartbroken about anything. I don't know. We should go to an AFL game in Oz. I will have zero idea what's happening. They look wild. I have seen like clips from it, and I'm just like, what is going on? It seems fun though. That's why it's so good for tourists. It probably, I mean, to be honest, that would still be me in most sports events. Like, I couldn't tell you the full rules of football, like American football, like how scoring works, what are downs. I know what I'm looking at, but I could not explain any of that to you. So honestly, the experience would not be that much different. I feel like baseball is maybe the only one that I kind of know better, but that's just because it seems simpler. But I couldn't tell you things about scoring or like how that works. No, a home run, that's what you're going for. If it was 2008-2009 season, then that year was the Steelers. He did not play for the Steelers. I know that. I'm trying to remember the name of the team that he went for, but I know it wasn't the Steelers. Anyway, it was. It might have been the Seahawks. I can't remember. It shows how little I cared. It wasn't like I went to a small enough like high school that like I knew him. Like we have talked before, but we weren't like friends. So like is that real? Does Quebec have the Quetzalcoatl's? I actually never know how to say that. The Philadelphia Pillsbury's, the Doughboys. They do? That is one of their names? That's incredible. I wonder why. I wonder why. What's the like history there? Side note, I have to just to finish these thoughts on TikTok, I have to read these last couple of comments. So one, I can't remember if I read this one at this comment, but somebody reacted to this and said, "You literally have the internet, actual brain rot." And I think that is when I realized I finally understood what the word brain rot meant. Going through this entire thread, I was like, I get why it was the word of, or one of the words of the year last year. It really is legitimate. Like, TikTok is brain rot. As somebody else said, this app truly cooked your brain. Time to touch grass. That cracked me out. But then, okay, this one I thought was probably the most egregious comment that I will say I do not understand. I don't sympathize. But besides the fact that obviously these people are like experiencing withdrawals, I would say this is like addiction withdrawals, not just like, you know, sadness or whatever. I think it is like legitimately a problem. But this person said, "It's now 8 a.m. Been up all night with my thoughts. I think this is a plot to make us more isolated and alone. I don't know what to do anymore. Where am I going to get information on new books to read from Book Talk and share my experiences? Where am I going to learn about the world and find new hobbies? All of my recipes I saved on the app are gone. How am I supposed to eat without paying exorbitant prices for restaurants? I'm so done." And I was like, TikTok didn't invent cooking food. It didn't invent like libraries or anything else. There's also Goodreads. Go to goodreads.com, find book recommendations there. go to Amazon reviews, or Barnes and Noble or whatever. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of websites doing reviews. Go on Instagram. They're going to search for reviews, recipes. Go to Instagram, search for recipes. You're going to find billions of recipes there. Also, most of those recipes, I would bet you 85% of those are not original. They are probably just legitimately stolen off of other like recipe websites or like, like Bon Appetit or whatever. They're not original recipes. You can find them elsewhere, or like, I don't know. There are just so many other options than this reaction. I feel like it just. I will say, because one of their comments was, "Where am I going to learn about the world and find new hobbies?" And there were some comments that were like, what does that even mean? Like, how, like, you have hobbies. Like, if you have hobbies, then go do them. And I was reading about this, and I feel like this is a bit of a cognitive difference, which is that apparently more like Gen Zers, maybe more young Gen Z, there is more of a trend in that a hobby is something that you consume
Wha-bam.
via watching, not that then in participating. And Too Much Bear, thank you for gifting a sub to Shady. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So like a lot of younger people now, when they say they are like they have a hobby and something is more about watching videos on that hobby, not necessarily participating in that hobby in like an active way. So like some of the comments were like, just go do your hobby then. Like if you have these hobbies, then go do them. But it's more, I guess it is a more of a verbal difference, or like the way maybe older people are defining hobby versus maybe like younger people are defining hobby is maybe different here. But I would still say, like, go do your hobby then. Like if you find something that you're interested in, go do it. And Darth, welcome in. How are you? Why are you reading my account, Tap? I'm so sorry to put you on blast like this. Kate Sith is fantastic. I love Kate Sith. He was my favorite. Besides Aerith and Kate Sith. Actually nuts, I agree. But Jet, how else will I learn to microwave my can of Spam? Lies, because TikTok told me. I was upstairs. Are we reading about TikTok recipes? I was just saying, somebody, this is back to the people sharing their upset on TikTok being banned. There's only 2 other comments that I'll read. But Jet, Goodreads doesn't have people holding the book sideways, so you only see the pages, and then finally turns the book to face the camera at the end of the video, so you watch the whole thing. You see that those are reasons why I hate short form content, because of those types of like things where they are trying to get you to stay to the end, so that they get like that type of engagement or that kind of view. Like literally, I will skip any video that says stay till the end or like watch their reaction at the end of the video. I will, out of spite, even if I am actually interested in what happens, out of spite, I will just not watch the video, because I do not care. I am like, I will not be manipulated in this way. I am that just strong-headed when it comes to this. Hobby you do versus interest you watch. Yes. I would say that is how I see it. I would say that currently younger people are probably like using that being as part of their hobby. I think some of them would say that a lot of hobbies are inaccessible, and so this is the only way they can engage in said hobby. So, but like they still want to be a part of the community, and so they are going to say that is a hobby of theirs. But I would say that's not being a part of the hobby. I would say that is like being interested in it, like, but I don't think that's like, I would say the hobby is watching. Oh, I'm frozen. I would say the hobby is watching the content then, and being a content watcher. Look at my judgmental stare into the distance. I would say it is your hobby then is like watching the content. It is not that. I'm sure that would. There's a Gen Zer right now who's very upset with me, but I would say that is a difference. Marvel Snap took a straight bullet on that ban. I did see that, as well as CapCut, which a lot of creators use. Yeah, Reddit upset. The result is at the end of the video. The end will shock you. I know. Wait till the end. You won't believe what she did. Well, Misagi needs her walk, so I must depart for the forest. I will try and pop back while you're tearing it up. We will do that. Hope to see you later. Have a good walk. So one person, so in response to that one comment about like not having recipes and all of that, in all caps, there was an expletive at the start of it, and it says, "You have the internet," which cracked me up because that is my reaction. Again, like, there are other platforms, literally, you have so many different websites that do the same thing. If you don't want to put like in the work to find that is a different story. Like, that is a different problem that you have. But like, to say that you don't have access to like similar things or like that type of information is, I would say, lazy and ignorant then. Like, because you just don't want to put in the work to like go to a different platform. You're just, again, I think it is maybe not no fault of their own. It is by design of TikTok to be addictive. Like, it is, you know, social media companies spend millions in research on how to make their algorithm even more addictive and better because they want to keep people on the platform so that you're watching their ads and whatever. That is, like, by design, that is what they want. That person then did respond, like, that same person who said the thing about recipes responded to the person about, like, you have the internet. They said, "I don't have time to find 100 different websites to cater to my needs. I have a job and classes. With TikTok, I can just scroll and it will show me the data I need. What, am I supposed to spend 30 minutes finding a good cooking website, endure 10-minute videos on YouTube? With TikTok, it gives me what I need immediately. Where do I even go for news and fun science facts?" And I was like, literally anywhere. Literally anywhere else. This is not like stuff that is solely on TikTok's platform. Also saying endure a 10-minute video on YouTube is, again, wild to me. That is not a long time. Also, I feel like it is more difficult to follow a recipe in a short form video than it would be to follow one in a 10-minute video. Because in a 10-minute video, they're actually showing you all of the steps. In a short form video, they're like, everything is chopped already. Like, it's just like everything is already prepared and done. They're pretty much just like dumping it into the thing, you know, like they're maybe showing you like the amounts, but they're not actually like showing you the process that they took to do that. So if you're not somebody who is well versed in the basics of cooking, then like you're missing out on information. Like, you're just, and again, I think that goes back to being somebody who probably is watching those recipes for the aesthetic, like, for the aesthetics of the video than they are about actually making the recipes. I would be curious to ask, like, if I were talking to this person in person, I would be curious to ask how many of those recipes they've made. Because if you were only watching, I feel like it is, again, more difficult to make it out of short form content. It's wild to me that they'd be like, what, am I gonna watch a 10-minute video on it? I'm like, yes, it's probably easier. They probably are showing you the full thing. You're probably getting more information on like what you need to be like looking for. Like, if it's like, you know, a lot of times they're like, you need a, you know, if you're cooking a meat, it might be like making sure the meat is of a certain pinkness, or like you're watching for like the browning. There's like usually those like types of YouTube recipe videos go into way more detail, and I think are more helpful, and also teaching you like how to do it. I think in short form content is more about the aesthetics and maybe giving you the idea. But I think I would say probably a lot of creators who are known for like good cooking content and like that is their deal, they usually have then like a separate version of that video that is maybe on YouTube that is like a full version of it. This might just be sort of like a re-edited version to cut it down into short form. But most of the time they're usually like either, and you can check out the recipe on my website, or like watch the full thing on YouTube or whatever. Like it's usually, that's like usually not what people follow. So I don't know. I was just like, I just completely disagree. I understand that is how you feel about TikTok and how about this, but like also them saying, this reminded me of Scott Pilgrim, but when they said, am I supposed to spend 30 minutes finding a good cooking website? 30 minutes again is also not a long time, I think, to like research a good recipe. It reminded me of when in Scott Pilgrim, Gideon is losing and he's like, do you know how long it took me to find all the X's contact information? Like 2 hours. And it's like, it's just funny because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like that long of a time in retrospect. But the number of recipes made versus saved on my TikTok page is humbling. Yes, and I mean, like, same. Like, there are plenty of like, maybe not recipes for me, but like, I like on my Instagram, I will save drawing tutorial videos. Like, if they are like, here's if you're trying to draw hands or whatever, like here's a trick that you can do. I have so many of those saved and have probably only referenced like 2 of them. But like, so I don't know, but like part of me, I guess, wouldn't be upset like if I lost Instagram, I guess, because I know those images exist elsewhere. Like I can find, like, again, like drawing is not new. Like there, even if the internet shut down, I could go to a library. Like I could go, there's places to find that and sort of information. Yes, going to a library would be out of the way and time consuming, but like that, if I really needed that information, it is out there. So for recipes, it's like cooking is not new, recipes are not new. There are billions of recipe websites. Like so many people writing basically the same recipes on multiple different websites, calling it by different things. You will find something similar out there if you're really desperate for a recipe. But I also think if your reaction is, how am I supposed to eat without paying exorbitant prices? That's what that says to me, is you're not cooking now. Like you have not learned, like cooking is one of those hobbies also where you, like, as you do the recipes, you kind of develop the skills to kind of cook on your own. Or even like, you probably can recall most of the recipe on your own, but like, I feel like I cook very little. Like what I cook is not very advanced. Like I do a lot of slow cooking, and some, like sometimes we'll use the stove and saute some things or whatever, but like very, I try to be as like time efficient with my cooking as possible, and that usually means slow cooking. But like, I feel like even with that, it's something where it's like, as I've done the same recipe over and over again, I start adding new things to it just based on like, let's just see what this is like if I like this or not or whatever. So I feel like that's one of those things where I'm like, if your response to this is like, how am I going to eat besides buying food like from restaurants, then I doubt this person is currently cooking for themselves, because probably have things in your head that you're like, I know I can cook these things. I don't know. I'm just, again, maybe it is finally like my age showing and finally me being like, yeah, darn kids, but I just I feel no sympathy, I think. Shakes cane, yeah. I have very little sympathy, I think, in this reaction. And I think it's, again, I would say, like, the sympathy that I have is that I think these people are addicted and they don't realize it. I think that is where maybe, like, my sympathy ends, though. I think with the actual, like, getting the information, the platform, and all of that. I think it's like, to me, it says that is a significant problem. Then it does. That is something that then should be encouraged and should be then whatever. To me, that says there is a problem here. So yeah, I think my sympathy ends with, like, I think you're clearly addicted and I don't think you realize it. I would say it is of the same equivalent of, like, any other kind of addiction that you might have, whether it's gambling or whatever. I think gambling might even be a better type of, like, comparison because it is not just a substance. It's like, it's the dopamine rush that you're getting from the wins and whatever. Casinos and gambling, things like gacha games and whatever, they are built with the intention to keep you hooked. And I would say social media is the same. And if you're not able to, like, use that platform in a way that, like, if you're not able to use it in a way, rewind, with, like, casinos and gambling, that's not to say that all gambling is necessarily bad or that, like, you shouldn't gamble at all, but it's like, you should be able to do that responsibly. And I would say the same thing with social media. If you can't use it responsibly, then that is a problem. And you need to learn how to be able to use those platforms in a way that is a tool. As I think I have said this once before, when talking about social media, I would say social media is a tool, don't be a tool using it. So I don't know, like, I think it shows either a lack of maturity or at the very least a susceptibility to the addictiveness of those algorithms, and that is a problem. And then I think my reaction to that would be either, like, you need to be off of those platforms because clearly they're not helpful to you. If you are addicted in this way, it is not helpful to you. It is not beneficial to you in any way because it's keeping you hooked. Or you need to develop the skills and abilities to be able to separate yourself from it, or put that distance there so that you are not addicted. But people are going to have addictive personalities and whatever, so I don't know. But that is my take on social media, even as a social media marketer. But board game and indie game recommendations and, yeah, drawing tutorials, yes, absolutely. I would say my Twitter favorites, bookmarks, are a lot of, like, indie games and stuff that I sometimes go back to, but not super often. I have so many After Effects saved. Same, Opons. The only one that I don't have saved a lot of are either Photoshop and Procreate app tips, because I have learned that they are all the same. Like, there is, in Procreate, one of the main basic features is that you can take a color and you just, like, drag and drop it into, like, if you have line art, you drag and drop a color into it and it just fills it in. It is basically like if you've used Paint or Photoshop, it works like the Paint bucket tool. And if you go on Instagram right now, if you search for Procreate tips, like 95% of them will be this one feature. They'll be like, you're wasting time coloring it in. Check out this tip, and it's literally just them, like, selecting a color, taking it, and then dragging and dropping it in. And it'll be like, it'll make your drawing so much faster. And that is, like, it's the tip that gets posted and it gets shared the most. And I'm just like, this is like, it's not even like a tip. It's like, It is the like one of the main features of Procreate. Like I don't know what anyway. I get upset. And then Photoshop ones. There was one I saw the other day. I should have saved it because it was so bad. I saved one and or I saw one that was like someone was trying to Photoshop a face onto another person's head, and they were trying to show how you could do it in a way that would be faster. It looked worse at the end of it. Like, they could have just done it manually and like tried to blend the skin in and whatever to the face, but like they did it in this other way. It looked uncanny and awful, and I was just like, this is hilarious to me. Anyway, let me catch up. But all those recipes are just like, get a crock pot, put in some noodles, chicken stock, and 7 pounds of cream cheese, then let it cook for 6 hours. 7 pounds of cream cheese, yeesh. I will say crock pot recipes are simple, but I would say from like, probably to somebody who is watching just like, if you are starting off cooking, things like learning how to chop veggies, that sounds probably very basic to most people, but like, if you are somebody who has not been taught to cook, like that type of information is necessary. Like learning how to cut an onion properly, or learning how to chop, or not even just chop, but like, you know, mince or whatever. Like a lot of those short form content videos aren't teaching you those things. They are just, they're showing you the pretty much almost done product and just dumping it in. Where I would say a longer video, you're actually probably going to learn, like if you watch Claire Saffitz, who is a great baker, who was from Bon Appetit, but now has her own YouTube channel. You may have even seen it. But she has, when she does like her recipe videos, which I would say maybe on the extreme end, her videos are longer than probably what most people would want to watch, but she goes through like every step of it and shows you like, you know, the full process of like, you know, how, if she's kneading some kind of dough, she will like walk you through the full steps of like how she's doing it, what she's watching out for, and whatever. And maybe her videos aren't necessarily the best to follow along with recipes until after you've watched it, because a lot of what her videos are like her discovering the recipe along the way versus like her just saying, here is how you make this, and then like she does it. It's a lot of like, I'm trying to make this thing, but I don't know how to get there, so we're gonna go through the full process. So maybe like, I don't know if her videos are maybe like the best to like, unless you watch it fully and then you just watch the necessary bits, but like, anyway. You don't clear recipe from your mind once finished? Yeah, it's just gone. It's the children that are wrong. I think some of your arguments are valid, but also I think because you don't use the platform that you're not allowed to judge people for how they use the platform. I don't know. I don't think that's true. I mean, I use it as a marketing platform. I don't use it personally for my own like watching, but I don't know. I don't think that's true. I disagree. I think you can say this is addictive and this is a problem. Like, I don't use Twitter, and I have never understood people that enjoy using Twitter, but I don't think I have any say in how people should or should not use Twitter. I would disagree. I would say you do. I think it's very clear to be able to like look at Twitter, for example, and say, if you were to look at little bits and pieces of it and say, this is toxic, I would say, yeah, that's totally fair, because it is. I don't know. I disagree with that. Because like, I don't use Facebook anymore. But like, I mean, again, besides work, I use all these platforms for work. I don't really use any of them besides Instagram, maybe. And I would say Reddit is a social media, even though probably most Redditors would not. I don't use Reddit for work, but like, really the only social media that I use is Reddit, Instagram, kind of, and then some people count like Discord as a social media. I don't think that really counts, because it seems very like closed circuit. I don't know, but I don't know. I disagree. I think you do. I think you do have say in what in critiquing a different social media platform. I would say absolutely. I mean, that's my opinion. It's the same thing. Like, I've never been on Kick. Well, 100% critique Kick. Wow, that's hard to say. Also, Koi Wolf, welcome in. How's it going? We are going back into Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I've done one stream back into it, but I don't know. I disagree. But yeah, I don't know. I would also, I mean, this is also coming from a social media marketer perspective of like, and of somebody who is, I would say, like, I have been in the marketing business long enough that I am very jaded from it. I love it as a, like, when it comes to the marketing side stuff of it, it's like, it's great. Like, the tools you can use to target people, it's wonderful. But as then like a user of it, I think social media is terrible. I think my opinion of it really started to change when I started learning about like geotagging, which is like, and like geo-targeting, which is like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with this kind of stuff, but did you know that as a marketer, it is possible to sort of track your locations through social media and like advertising? So like, for example, if you go into a Target, and you have like your phone with you, like your like a smartphone with you, it is possible for an advertiser to say, I want to target my ads to people who have walked into this Target. And I want to then like, and then I want to also like cross-reference that with like people who have the interests of blank, 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 blank. You can like input a whole bunch of, criteria for that stuff. But like, you know how like, if you probably, I think Target does this, but like a lot of grocery stores do this, where like if you walk into, Fred Meyer, which is owned by Kroger, they do this, where if I walk into Fred Meyer, I get a push notification saying, you're in our store, like, here, would you like to see the deals? Or like, make sure you sign in to, use your card so you get, whatever. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, so like a Target does that same thing. Like if you open up the app while you're in a Target, it oftentimes will pull up like the store map, or like it knows that you are inside of the store. That is all done with the same technology of like, that is then used for advertising and marketing for like geo-targeting and whatever. It is logged information on you that is then can be used to target ads. So like, again, if I were like, if let's say a company came to me and they said, maybe it's like an arts and crafts store, and they're like, we really want to, try to get more people into our stores and whatever. You could then like use geo-targeting to find people who've either been to like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's or a Target or whatever, and then like, narrow it down to and one of those like in your area, and then say, I want those people who also like crocheting or sewing or follow these other creators or whatever. You can do all of that. And like when I started to learn this part of marketing and advertising, I was like, as a marketer, this is so handy. This is a great tool to have for advertising. As a user of social media, I hate this. And it makes me even more paranoid to use a lot of social media. That's actually why I don't use as much social media, I think from learning how to use it for marketing and stuff. It has sort of like turned me off of using it in my personal life. So that's why I don't really use it all that much. I pretty much only use it for the purposes of the stream. Like, I only have a Twitter for interacting with indie game devs and then posting that if we've gotten a code for something, I will post it there. But like, I don't really use it really for like to spend my time, I guess. Like, I don't just like scroll through it. YouTube is maybe the only thing, but again, I'm not watching shorts. It's usually like I am watching the creators that I have followed, so I don't really know if that like counts as like social media or like the social media aspect of YouTube anyway. I would say like shorts is maybe more where that like leans, because that's more like a TikTok video or reel or whatever. But yeah, it's same reason why I don't really use like Instagram all that much. I just hate, like, yeah, I don't know. It now also when I see those sorts of like classic social media marketing what's the word, like tricks, I guess, that people use to try to get engagement, sort of like the stay to the end of this video, it like bugs me to no end, and I will then in spite, you know, not do whatever it is, or if I see somebody like, you know, trying to take advantage of algorithm stuff, I just kind of roll my eyes. But I do the same, so I don't know. Sorry to sidetrack, but I just found out they're making Moonlighter 2 and it's 3D instead of pixel art. What do you think of that? So I know some Moonlighter fans are not as big of a fan of that. I will say, I don't know if I'm the biggest Moonlighter fan, which might be a hot take, but I played it when it first came out and I really liked it. And I beat the game pretty fast, and I would say overall I enjoyed it. Like, I was like, I like this, but I beat it faster than, or I beat it before they released like a patch for the game where they made the game much harder. And I forget what the change was, but I remember then being like, I'm never playing this game again. I can't remember what it was, but they changed some mechanic in it. And I can't remember if it was like how the money, maybe it was like how much money you made off of certain things. And I was like, not a fan. I was like, I'm never going to play this. I beat it once. I'm okay now. I won't go back to it because I enjoyed how it was not as difficult, I guess. Like, I enjoyed the kind of leisureness of it. I thought the shot part was cool. I thought some of the like combat part needed a little bit of work, but like overall it was okay. I'm not precious about the first game at all, and honestly don't remember much of it. I'm just a fan of it. When studios completely... Oh, you are a fan of it. Okay, very cool. Like Risk of Rain 1 and 2. That is actually fair. I did not play Risk of Rain 1. I did play 2 though, and I would say 2 is good. I did not get very far in 2, but I would say 2 is good. And technically Helldivers, sort of. Yeah, I haven't played. I really want to play Helldivers 2. A side note, and kind of on a similar note, Joss. Hyper Light Drifter just went into early access. Daz, welcome in. How are you? Hyper Light Drifter went into early access. Hyper Light Drifter 2. It is apparently more of a Risk of Rain 2 like setup, and it did go from 2D pixel art to 3-dimensional. I will say, reviews for it are kind of middle right now, but it's, I guess, it's way early access. A lot of people are saying that, 1, it's incredibly unforgiving and it's incredibly difficult. Also, 2, it's, also my camera is frozen. Also, 2, there's just not a lot of content there, which makes sense because it's early access. But Daz, how's you? How's chat? I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing? How's the Final Fantasy 16 going? I think that was one of the last ones that I saw you play. At least this time it was okay. Yeah, most of the time it's frozen on my face. But It's done. Exciting. That is exciting. I always tried to lurk, but I was like, anytime I would lurk, I would just kind of squint my eyes and just look at chat and just say, hello, I'm lurking, because I didn't want to see anything. I was like, I don't want to know, because I've said this before, I'm like this with movies and movie trailers and stuff, but I'm like, if I see something, I will remember it. And I will like, that's why when I know I want to watch a movie, I stop watching trailers for it, because the entire time I'm watching the movie, I'll be like, I know that this person survives because I have seen them in this part, like I've seen them in the trailer in this one scene and the scene hasn't happened yet. So like anytime you were playing, I just kind of like didn't look at it. I saw Clive a couple of times and I saw the dog a couple of times, but I could not tell you like where they were or like what was happening. I mean, I saw some combat, and so like I remember some fields, but like that won't, like there was nothing identifiable in that. So like I have not seen anything that will spoil me for it, which is I'm grateful for, because I want to. Well, Final Fantasy 16 will probably happen this year. Going to give 7 Remake another try. You should. Oh, you should. This one's for you. I'm gonna record myself saying Aerith lines for you. The dog and Clive, entire story ruined. No! I'll record myself saying Aerith lines for you, and that way you can play it whenever. Wait, she's not in Aerith? Yeah, she's in Remake. Yeah, she is. I thought it was when we first started saying it, or maybe not. Not Rebirth. She's in both. She's in both. But I don't know if she said this one's for you in Remake though. But I'll just record any of her lines. I'll record it in like just a super long audio file, so that way you can just like hit play and it'll just be timed with everything that happens in the game. You just mute it anytime she's talking, and so it'll just be my voice. No, Cloud. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, because Remake is great. I got up to some cops in Remake, and then got frustrated, stopped playing. But 16 and you make me want to play Rebirth. Rebirth's great, and Too Much to Bear is playing Rebirth right now. I'm curious. I know spoilies. Too Much to Bear. I won't tell you. There's a Sid in every Final Fantasy game. Just about, I think. 8 has one. 8's the principal or president. I think I think he might just be the principal. 7's the pilot. 9, I actually never got very far in 9, so I actually don't know if there's a Sid. 15, Sid is the mechanic lady. 13. Final Fantasy 13 Sid. Sid Reigns. Who is that? He's a bad guy, right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, that sounds familiar. Yeah, there's always a Sid. Oh, it looks like he goes by Reigns. Anyway. Seems cheating. Anyway, I hope you enjoy Remake. I'm thinking that when we finish Tears of the Kingdom, I might play Final Fantasy VIII finally, which I have played 8 before. It's my favorite Final Fantasy, but I've been wanting to play it on stream for a while, and I think we finally do that, because I think that'd be fun. Because really, like, even if they announced a remake for 8, we would still play both of them, because I love 8 so much. So Really, I'm just getting this part out of the way. So I want to play. 8 was it? I don't know if I knew that. I love 8. 8 is my absolute favorite. I think 7 was technically the first one I played, but I didn't beat it. It was like I played it at a friend's house, and then I watched him play a lot of it. But 8 was the first one I played on my own. Well, that might not be true. I might have played maybe like one of the super old school ones, like on an emulator. Like one of the SNES ones. I don't know which one came first. But I like vividly remember playing 8 and just being amazed the entire time. I remember watching the trailer for 8 and having my mind blown because the graphics for the FMVs? Is that what they're called? Yeah. Yeah. FMV, which is like full motion video or something like that. Can't remember what that stands for. Anyway, the cutscenes in 8 were it like, I mean, now it doesn't look as good, but at the time it was like, what is happening? Like, this looks wild. And I still remember being like, just completely, you know, floored by it. My first was 6 on an emulator.
Space Cowboy.
Lord, to finish up work. All right, Brad. I hope you have a good one. Oh yeah, it was amazing back then. Tragic by today's standards. I wonder if I can find the 8 trailer. I actually have not watched the Final Fantasy 8 trailer in a long while. Final Fantasy 8 trailer. I want the original one. Give me. That's the Japanese. Is this English? Versus 13, I don't. Oh, maybe there's just no. Here's a trailer. Let me download it. Nope. Download. MP4. Ooh, a wonderful 480p video. How lovely. All right, are you guys ready for some wonderful pixelation? Hey, hold on. Pause. Sorry. Put this back here. There we go. All right. I mean, look. At the time, I was like, this is the most incredible thing I have ever seen. So epic. This will still be a Japanese trailer, but I don't think there's any talking in it for it. I remember watching this, like seeing this in a commercial and being like, this is the future. Incredible. Like, it's now like oddly smooth, like everything is just not textured enough. But I vividly remember being like, this is the pinnacle of technology. Some like not light spoilers, but like And then I love seeing this because this is, I mean, it honestly looks terrible, but like, but it's such a time capsule. It's so low poly, but I honestly love low poly art, so it works for me. Yeah, I remember seeing this. Keystis is gonna be on the guns here in a second. And I remember that part, I was like, the models look so good. This looks incredible. I guess I probably wouldn't have said models, I would have been like, the characters look so good. And at times I feel like it doesn't look terrible, but like, really when you look at it, it's like, also, side note, interesting that like this scene does kind of happen in the game, but not quite. Like they edited the scene for the trailer. Winter 1999. They edited the scene for the trailer so that like there were different characters in it, or like you see different things because they wanted to like, kind of like the way they do like Marvel movie trailers, where they sometimes like change things for. Well, I think Marvel does that so that you're not like fully spoilered, like you don't know what's happening. But anyway, put music back on. 8 is my favorite because it's the first one I completed all by myself. I am so happy that is your favorite, Koi Wolf, because that is my favorite. I feel like a lot of people don't like 8, so I appreciate that you do. People were losing their minds over that back in the day. This is a very chill song. It is. The music was actually pretty, and maybe even almost too chill for the, you know, battle scene. Graphics have come a very long way. They really have. It's actually kind of wild. I gotta get some things started this morning, back in a bit. Alrighty. And we actually have, amazing. We actually have to watch, not watch ads. You don't have to watch them. I have to play ads. But then we'll swap into, Tears of the Kingdom. So friends, if you need a stand up, stretch, etc., now is a perfect time to go do so. Yeah, grab something to drink, grab a snack, etc. And we will be back here in just a few minutes. BRB.
Take this pause to rejuvenate. Stand, stretch, hydrate. We will be back in just a few moments.
And welcome back, everybody. I was muted. You can hear this. Yes? Yes, you can. Okay. We just leveled up my... yes. Okay, yeah, because I don't have any more. We just leveled up my stamina. And we needed to do more of that. What we're going to be doing are... looking for more shrines. I assume there is a bunch up top that I have not really... Yeah, I have not found, like, any. I haven't really explored much of that. Let's go over here. Because I feel like we haven't found, like, any in this area. Like I said... Oh, one, I should do this.
Into the void with you.
Boop, 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 boop. There you go. For those who do not know, please keep all spoilers and backseating in our Discord. If I want help, I will ask you explicitly for that help. I will ask a question, and I might very well do that. On a lot of puzzle games, I don't necessarily do that all that often, but I feel like with this, I've decided I'm going to I'm not gonna do everything. In this, I plan on doing the main story. I want to do all of the shrines. But I'm not going to do all the side quests. I'm not going to, like, find everything. So, yeah, I guess you might very well... Just shrines? I for sure want to do all of the shrines. I will probably not do... I'm not planning on 100%ing this at all. Oh, look, a dragon. Not planning to 100% this. I won't do all the side quests. I'm just like I will not help this Korok. I could not care it any less. The guy who's like holding up signs, or like he wants us to help him like build stuff, I will not help him unless I find out that there is actually like something really good. You're no 100%. You're not a real gamer. Yeah, no. I know some people will feel that way. I just am like, I don't know. I just don't care. But yes, all that to say, please keep all backseating in the Discord. We have a special backseating channel, and you guys can discuss things. If I am missing something, like if I'm going to miss a thing, you can post it there. Don't tell me. I am also very what's the word? Like spiteful. So very likely, like if I'm passing by something and you're like, oh no, don't miss that thing, go into that thing, I will just not go in there out of spite because you told me. So all that to say, yeah, probably just don't worry about it. Just let me figure things out for myself. Interesting. That's not what I meant to do. I don't actually know what this is. I don't really know what's happening. But don't you tell me. Oh gosh. looks like... Oh, if I do something here... Oh. I don't know what you do. We'll come back to you later. Oh, wait! There's one. Whoops. There we go. Boop. Glad I don't know this game yet. Fair. This game takes a while to 100%. There's a lot of copy-paste trash content. That's also fair. Oh. I see one in the distance. I didn't 100% Breath of the Wild either. I'm also just honestly not much of a, like... I am only a completionist when it comes to certain games. If I want help, I will say... I usually ask a specific question, because I will often also, like, talk to myself, and I'll say, huh, I wonder what this is. That's usually not, like, an invitation to answer. That's me just thinking out loud and trying to be a streamer, I guess. But, I will usually be like, you guys can tell me, what is this? That's usually my, like... Oh, am I supposed to get there in time? Or is it a... Oh. Come on. Nope. Unbelievable. Can't see where that lands. It's landing short. Hold on, we gotta... Also, while we're here, while I'm waiting for this to charge back up, I forgot. Where is, right. Nope. Nope! Oh gosh, so much is happening. There we go. I totally forgot. I have amiibos to scan. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, this one doesn't work for some reason. I forget. My Smash Bros. Link stopped working a while back. But what if we manipulate you, tell you what to do so that you won't do something? Right, there we go. That's how to do it. That's how to do it. You have to reverse psychology me. I don't know. I like to experience things for myself, especially with a game like this. As frustrating for you all as it might be. Let's get all the things. You know what I do miss, though, is in Breath of the Wild, the fact that you could have Wolf Link with you. I do miss that. He was the best. Also, I have a ton of amiibo. Oh yeah, I could totally see that. It is very Shadow of the Colossus-y. Your fashion choice. I actually only have this on. Really, we were running around like this because actually no. Did I have? Oh, and I had this helmet. There we go. This is my normal thing because I was flying. Oh, Hanana, getting us closer to our Discord movie night. Thank you so much for the $15. Hanana, how are you? I appreciate it. You could you could only get Wolf Link with an amiibo. Sorry, I missed your birthday stream. I wanted to give you something, Hannah. Oh, don't worry about it. But thank you so much. That is very kind of you. That's very generous. Thank you. It's only like 3 weeks late. Don't even worry about it. It's still January. It's my birthday month. So it's perfectly on time. How are you? How's it going? You could only get Wolf Link with an amiibo. And also, you should find, because you have an amiibo emulator, you will find 2 different versions of the Wolf Link thing where it was like, if you had just bought the Wolf Link amiibo, Wolf Link will have 3 hearts. But if you had like played Twilight Princess and you had like a save that got to a certain point, or maybe you beat Twilight Princess, Wolf Link will have like 20 hearts. So make sure you find, you might find one that says like Wolf Link 20 heart or something like that. And then, yeah, so make sure you get that one. Love Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was great. That was actually one that I never finished, though. I didn't beat that one. I never played Skyward Sword. I loved Wind Waker. Oh, Hannah, what did you think of the Switch 2 announcement? But again, Hannah, thank you so much again for the $15. I really appreciate it. We did, I don't know if you heard, we got to our Australia goal. Now we're just doing some stretch goals because the trip won't happen until like September probably, so we've got a while. We've got some things. We have some rewards and some things. One, I'll be announcing tomorrow the winner of the face tattoos. For those that don't know, I will be getting 2 temporary face tattoos using Inkbox. I can also pause this. And people have been voting. And in fact, because I didn't stream yesterday, yesterday was going to be the last day, but I didn't stream. So we can make today the last day for that. Let me get you a link. I know most people here have probably voted, but in case you would like to vote on which ones, people have already submitted their which options. It is now people choosing out of those 9 options. We have quite a few responses, but if you would like to vote on which face tattoos I will have, and for those that don't know, Inkbox lasts like 2 to 3 weeks. Depending on which ones win, they might not fit on my cheeks. So I might have to just, when I have them, I might just have to not wear a headband for those like weeks so that you guys see them. Because my forehead's probably going to be the most real estate. Because my beard goes quite high. I mean, I could clean this up, but it's still like, it's just so round. I don't know if it would like fit. At least it depends on what they are. The ones that are currently in the lead, they might actually just fit on my cheeks, and nothing will change. But anyway, just shave your beard. Actually, that was one of the, so for on the birthday stream, that was one of the potential goals if we did, if we got that high. We did not. So I've removed it from stretch goals because what it was like, if we hit a certain amount, it would trigger sort of like a timer. And then you guys had 30 minutes to get to the next goal. to stop the beard shaving, because enough people were like, I don't want you to shave your beard. There needs to be a way to stop it. So I said, fine, we'll have a thing where it's like, if we get to this goal, I'll shave my beard. But if we get to the next one, it'll cancel that. So, but we didn't get that far, so it didn't happen at all. But of our other stretch goals, I need to put it in a graphic and have it on the screen. But we have a Discord movie night. Choose a new onesie for me to buy. A horror game stream. Get my nose pierced. A Hot One stream. A League of Legends stream. A Lego stream. I will do a Stardew Valley playthrough, which I have not wanted to do. But so many of you guys have wanted me to play Stardew Valley, so I'll finally do it. I'll do a cosplay stream. I will start a 10-episode mini podcast with guests. We'll do a Bob Ross painting stream. One of the ones that I'm most excited for, kind of, but also terrified of, one of the other stretch goals is I will write and perform a 5-minute stand-up routine and perform it on stream. And then another one is that I will just start like an indie game review channel that I'll just maintain from then on. That's one of the last ones. And then I'll do a 24-hour stream is the last one, because actually on the birthday stream, the last one is that I would cut my hair, but I have removed that from it because I changed up the stretch goals afterwards, because like some of them don't make sense anymore for it was like very event specific, I think. So the last one is just that I'll do a 24-hour stream, which I don't really want to do, but but I would do it if we hit the last goal. Apparently I hadn't voted. No problem. There, you got your chance now. You gonna shave? I won't now. That was an option for the birthday stream, but I kind of felt like some of them should be event specific. You know, I think it was like in the moment. It's a fun goal, but like as a stretch goal doesn't necessarily make sense. Like if we're just kind of continuing it throughout the year, but again, thank you for getting us closer to our Discord movie night. I haven't decided what we'll watch. I think I'm going to like put it to a vote. Maybe choose like 3 things and then getting you guys to vote. I think one of those would be Lilo and Stitch. I've been really wanting to watch Lilo and Stitch. Also, I meant to ask Tap a question, and now he's probably gone. I need to, next time I see him, I need to ask him a question. But yeah, Lilo and Stitch, maybe, and then maybe 2 other movies. I think I'll choose Lilo and Stitch as one, because it's one that everyone's probably seen, and like across the board, people would enjoy. And then I might choose 2 that are like maybe movies you guys haven't watched that I think are very good. And then have you guys vote. I'll try to make those other 2 kind of different from each other, so that way you guys get some variety. Anyway, I can picture Jet having a Type 5. I've never written like a routine of sorts. Oh yeah, I was scanning Amiibo. I have never written a routine of sorts. I don't even know if I would be good at like performing a stand-up routine. But I think that would be the humor of it. This is what I have currently, right? Let's go ahead and just replace it, because I've been... Also, am I freezing? Oh, no. I'm fine. Okay. Sorry, I have so many Amiibo. But you know what? We gotta stock up on items. This isn't cheating. Oh, that's what that noise was. It's because he's kicking the things. I thought he was freezing a second ago. So I was like, is he cold? Scan one more. Okay. I need to remember to do that every stream. can't remember also. I feel like we've gotten a lot of the special stuff from the amiibo, but I can't remember. So let me do this. I wonder what those guys want. Are those the construction people from the first game? Special. Have you found the special item in the special place of the enemies? Careful. Are those the... Who are these people? It is! I recognize those pants anywhere. Sassy, welcome in. How are you? Convenient little tent. We'll talk to them after we do the shrine. Welcome in, Sassy. Have you been? How was your day? Twitch failed to tell me that you were you went live. There was no go live in Discord either. Did I not post one? Oh, I didn't, did I? Oh, it's one of these. My bad. I'm live. Oh. My day was pretty good, low-key. Very little drama. Oh, that's good to hear. Huh. Oh, okay. Wonder... Things floating down the river. There's not a guy on here. Ruh-roh. I think they know I'm here. Can I climb into this? Thank you. Oh, that's rude. Okay, well that's... Okay, well, I did not expect this. Oh. Can I... I should have done this maybe sooner. Oh. Oh. Oh, weird. I see. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. Well, not that this would necessarily help me. I don't think. Hold on. Or maybe it will. Whoops. Oh! Heyo. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Also, I didn't realize there's a ladder here. I didn't need to do this. No! There we go. Okay. I bought a new game because I have 0 restraint. What game did you buy? What do Nero and Link have in common? What do they have? Uh-oh. Wait, can I do... Hold on. Wait. I do... Why is that not moving? Oh, it is. It's just moving very slowly. Okay. I kind of thought maybe because, I need that. I kind of thought maybe because... Roro! I thought because the different segments were like, you could select them. I thought maybe you would move just that segment back, and I thought that was maybe a way to do that, but... oh, did they? I don't think I knew that. What do you think about Switch 2? I thought it was excellent for them to just have the same system basically. I agree. I think it's... I think that was the best move. It sounds like they're gonna have, I mean, based on rumors, it sounds like they're gonna have plenty of, like, new, like, can I push you off of this thing? No? Can I? Oh, there we go. It's basically what I wanted to do before. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That was a direct hit. Can you leave me alone? Uh-oh. I should not have jumped in with this little stamina. This is a problem. Yeah, that was gonna be bad. Oh, yeah, the root trees are dead. Yeah, I've been wanting to play that. That's on my list. I mentioned it the other day, actually. I don't know if you were here. Because the game was first released on itch.io but it had AI art. And so I wanted to play it when they had just released it, but then I said that I would not because, yeah, I didn't want to play a game with AI art. But they have re-released it on Steam. And they they hired an artist to do work and stuff on it. So, so all of the art has been, all the art is new and done by an artist. They actually hired somebody. Incredible. So, but yeah, I've heard very good things. So it's on my list to play. I think it's currently, wasn't it just a couple bucks on sale? Run, Link! There you go. I can eat. I can has. It's not a lot, but you know what? We take that. We take what we can get. Like, watch out! Oh, good thing that guy's just awful at aiming. Oh no. Yeah, it's 10% off. Yeah, I just added it to my wish list. But yeah, I've heard very, very good things about it. Dex Bonus, who I enjoy her content. She played it while it was, I think, while it still had AI art, but she didn't stream it for that purpose. But she's actually streaming it right now. I haven't watched it at all because I know that a lot of it's going to be sort of like, what do I want to do here? I know a lot of it's going to be like, I know a lot of it's going to be like, ooh, perfect. Sort of the mystery and stuff. A lot of the reviews say if you like the Oberdin, yeah, that's exactly, which makes me very excited to play it. You may have heard, I do like Return of the Oberdin. I don't know if I've said it enough times. Thank you. We got there. I could have tried to fight all of them, but just letting them fall into the water. Ooh. 27. Okay. Let's do that. We'll go for more stamina when we have enough. Is there another? Is there another game I added? Full stamina. I did a few hearts, but now I've definitely been noticing like running around being like, wow, everything is just slowing me down, or like, or when I'm gliding, I'm just like, ugh. So now I'm like, let's get a bunch of stamina, please. I feel like there was something I also added recently to my wish list, but I can't remember. Anyway, you'll have to tell me if you like it, Sassy, if you like the root trees. Because it's on my list and of things I want to play, but also new profile pic, yeah. Yeah, I shared it on the Twitch story. I posted on Instagram, on my actually everywhere, Blue Sky, Twitter. I posted on all the places. Woo! Shooting star? Also, I'll share this on Instagram, but I did for my Instagram story, I posted a poll that was like, should I get my nose pierced? Honestly, I was kind of, it was more contentious than I thought it would be. I think there were, last I checked, there were like 2 no's and like 7 yeses. Or maybe if that's not contentious. There's still more no's than I was expecting, I guess. Seems like people either just don't vote or, oh, where is that thing? I don't. Did it, like, fall into the water? Does it die if it falls into the water? I don't see anything. Sag. But yeah, I like how it turned out. Okay, I saw, oh, it must be this one? It's going to be...
Good day, mate.
Thank you for checking in. It's going to be the best way... Was this high enough? Maybe I'll go back up here. Glide down. I think otherwise I'm going to have to be climbing up. Trying to think if there was... I've had my fuel up count matches my current stream streak. Nice. That's good. That means you've been staying with it. But luckily, that also means like if something happens, you know, we'll know what the real number should be. Kind of, at least since I added the fuel ups. Yeah, I'm excited. I forgot about those. I'm excited to see what they do with the Switch 2. I think the only thing is, like, I hate that it's so far away until we get more information. Supposedly, though, there's going to be a direct supposedly there's going to be a direct next month for just the normal Switch. Or at least that's the rumor. Yeah. Which there are quite a few games that we still haven't heard from. I am glad, I mean... I will say, one of the games that I've been most looking forward to, it's probably going to be better that it's coming out on the Switch 2. Which is, oh, hello. Deca Police. I think that's going to be great. On the Switch 2. Okay, just want to make sure there's nothing under that. It'll probably run a lot better. Though, wasn't I planning on getting that? Because I think that's cross-platform. Or is it? I don't remember now. Oops. Didn't realize you were all seated here. My bad. Don't mind me. Bob and weave. Whoops. Whee! Trying to get to that one. That is a much larger crevasse than I was expecting. Let's try to go this way. Danger Will Robinson. If I had to decide right now without knowing the launch game lineup, I'd probably not be purchasing the Switch 2 at launch. I think the games available will be at the tipping point for me. Yeah. I think that's fair. Like, oh, they looked like they were, like, glowing weird. I didn't know what that was. Oh, hello. Which way do I want to go? I think if there's like no games that I'm interested in, then I will wait. But I lean more towards probably picking it up, and I think part of that is also just like, you know, streaming and stuff. Like, in some way feeling like I need to have like something that's more up to date. But it'll largely depend on that, and as well as like, I mean, we assume we know what the price is. If it ends up being like wildly more expensive, then that's also like another factor. Ow. You know. Write it off as a business expense. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to get it, you know, for that much, you know, get that much in return, but, oh, where am I going? It's over there somewhere. I feel like I should wait for it to not be raining. To try to make it over. Well. Yeah, we're fine. I was afraid I was gonna like accidentally just grab onto the ledge and like, not be able to climb up. Why? Wait, would you do it now? No, I mean, not wrong. Yeah. And then it's. I know I could have waited. I knew that it was ending in an hour, but I was like. I was like, or. Okay. Nothing. All right. It's up there. I love the sound of the rain hitting the glider. Oh, I might have been under a tree. But it is about to stop raining, though. Where'd you go? Oh. Grab all of these. I really want to get up there. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Do we make it up? Oh, I am. Yeah, I am shaking my leg. I always do that. It's my bad. Sometimes I shake my leg and I can see my light will actually be moving. And I'm like, that's probably dangerous. It's fine. Oh, we actually did make it. I'm actually very surprised. Yeah, I often have to remind myself to stop doing that, because I like, do not notice. Oh, there's that, like, dragon thing again. Oh, it's a whiz robe. I hate those. Yay! I've not fought that, like, that dragon thing yet. I kind of want to, just to see what it's like. I feel like I'm going to die, though. That might have been something in the game. No, that's very funny. But yeah, I am shaking, or was shaking my leg. I'm trying not to now. Okay, 10 minutes till ads. Let's see if I can beat this in 10 minutes. Building bridges. Joju Ooh Shrine. Joju Ulu. Ooh. I kind of messed this up. Come on, Link. Come on. There we go. I could probably make that, I think. Unless it buckles under my weight by much. There. Oh, okay. Let me fix that then. Oh, what? Come on. Can I not? So maybe, hold on. Maybe by putting it higher. There we go. The Xenoblade Chronicles X community is looking forward to the definitive edition. Oh, that's right. I feel like I remember hearing about that. I think when I heard that, I thought of telling this. Okay. So we have you. Going to assume, whoops, put you like there. There you go.
Catch you on the
This is actually
flippy
pretty
flip.
fun. Back from walking and lurking while I mow. Back from walk and lurking while I mow the lawn. Enjoy the lawn. I hope touching grass goes well. I'm afraid like one of these bridges is just gonna snap. Oh, we did it. I love that it played the noise for You walked across the bridge. Good job. Gilmore! Enjoy the lawn.
Good day, mate.
I do hope you enjoy it. Gilmore, welcome in. How's it going? And now is that two? Yeah, okay. Excellent. Also, I'm very excited. The I sent Yvie a package. It's actually belated Christmas gifts, but it finally arrived in Australia yesterday. However, one of the things that I think is so funny to me is how things close so early over there, I feel like. And it's just wild to me. So, they tried to deliver it while he was at work. And so, they took it to the post office, as it, you know, typical. But, he was like, oh, I'll try to go maybe sometime this week to go pick it up. Or he was going to try to go today. But yesterday he was like, I checked and, the post office closes before I even leave work. And he like works like a 8 to 5, 9 to 5 like kind of job. And so I was like, how do people do anything? How do people get their mail? So he was like, I'll have to go on the weekend. But I'm like, that's fine. It's actually kind of works out because I don't think, even if he had picked it up, I don't think he would have had much time to like actually open it. But I am very excited for him to finally like get his gifts. That dragon looks quite electric. Oh, you don't have like a trajectory, do you? That's not good. Well, very cool. Okay. Oh. I don't think I'm ready to fight him. Oh, no. We're gonna wait till we fight that guy. To me, that seems like the best decision. Ooh. There's a thing. What if it was like chasing me and I didn't notice? Uh-oh. Ah, we're fine. Oh, there's a thing up there. The sound of, like, bare feet running on mountain stone. I'm sure that is not painful in the least bit. Lightning ball. I know. I was like, when they started like shooting electric beams at me, I thought Maybe we're not ready for this yet. Looks at my 7 hearts. Perhaps we are not ready. Oh, also ads are about to play. Let me go ahead and play them now. We'll BRB, so stand up, stretch, do your thing, everybody. And we will be our B.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes. Why is that Garfield so muscular?
And welcome in, everybody. Let us do the shrine. It's shrine time. Oh, I see. Well, did that work? Oh. Okay. Oh, it's coming back. Nice. What's your deal? Oh, did I... To give it, like, more weight? Oh, I think that's almost it. I think I need to put it... Yes. This is fun. Oh. Nice. First try. Ooh. I should watch out. Okay. Now. I can't move this while I'm on it, right? No. I don't actually know. What do you want me to do? It's like a thing where I should like that's not what we want. Does that have? No, it's still moving back. I don't actually know what I should do. This isn't like, oops. This isn't like stasis, like in there we go. Oh, I guess I could. I see. Wait for root. Okay. Yep. Yay! Ah. It's okay. Woo. There we go. Took me a second, but we got there. Didn't think about rotating it sideways. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to go for another like 10 minutes. Now that you've done, I think I might have walked across. Did you? I feel like that'd be so difficult to stay on the tracks. I definitely thought about it. Okay. Do we see another? Oh, what is that? Zoom and enhance? I actually have no idea what that is. There's that dragon. So many electric things over here. What's the deal with that? Don't see anything else. Or I don't see any other shrines. Rothy, welcome in. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a video game. Oh! Banned. Super banned. Oh, gosh. That's, oh, yeah. Okay. Are any of these, None of these can go up. Let's just go this way. I'm doing good. Doing good. How are you? Let's know. I didn't know if this was a range thing. Like, it doesn't know unless I'm closer. I feel like we probably should progress the story a little bit. I only have like 10 minutes though. So we can't do that today. But kind of wanted to see if we could at least get one more shrine done. I thought maybe we could go up into the sky. But I don't see... see anything that'll let us do that. No. Maybe I should go... Oh, one. Let's do this. Let's go here. Oh, wait! That purple one that I saw is actually just a door to one of the shrines we've already done, so that was a waste. Feeling like death, I'm just waiting on a COVID test. Oh no, I hope you don't have COVID. So I've only been playing 15 minutes of the root trees and I'm loving it. Okay, excellent. That sounds good. Once you play more of it, you'll have to let me know if you still like it. I mean, likely I'll play it anyways, but like, likely I'll play it anyways, but I do want to make sure it's good, I guess. Same, we'll see. Yeah, it would be awful. I've yet to get COVID, and I am afraid that, like, I'll get it on my Oz trip, like on the plane over there, and then we'll just spend most of the time just sick. And I can't imagine just how miserable that would be. Climb aboard. I feel like I should actually actually climb that. Should I? What is that noise? Let's just Hi! I don't know what that was. Oh, it's one of those trees. I forgot about the trees. I sure hope. Is there anything up here? Oh, very cool. Ah! Very neat. Very neat. I was really hoping this would, like, you know. Oh, I guess I could do this. It's probably the smartest thing. I kind of forget that it launches you up in the air. There you go. It's very Oberdinish. Oh, that's very good. That's good to hear. Now, okay, hold on. I wish I could just, like, scout for a second. Because I don't know where the shrines are. Let's just go here. I think we've been on this platform before, though. This is like a test, right? Where you needed to, like, glide down. What is this? Is this a light? I think it's just a light. Yeah, looked like an egg. So here for that. How are you liking this game? Never actually played a Zelda game before. Oh, really? So I am only... I played this game September, I think we said, of 2023, and then I stopped. And I just kind of stopped. I think other games came out as well as we were getting, like, a ton of backseating. And then... oh. It seems bad. But then this is actually only my second time back since then. So I'm still kind of getting my bearings again, and I'm just continuing where I left off. But overall, I mean, I do think it's a good game. They added a bunch of stuff to this one. Oh gosh. I have nothing. I just have nothing equipped. Hold on. But, yeah, I think overall, I mean, it is a very fun game. Ooh. Isn't this... There's something special with these, aren't there? Ooh. Hold on. Can I, if I take this... Almost dropped it. Oh! Come here! Come here! Aww. Makes me sad. If I take this... Put one there. Come with me. But yeah, the Breath of the Wild is the like prequel to this game, and it introduced like a very big like open world to Zelda, and this is like kind of a continuation of that. So it's kind of different from some of the other ones, but I do enjoy this. Lots to discover and try. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I fear this is a bad decision. Oops. Or maybe we're fine. I don't know where we're going. Oh, right. I forget that you can kind of like... Seems oddly... Okay. Oh. Look how far we're going. It's kind of amazing. Oh, wow, look at that waterfall. Actually, maybe we'll go that way. Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Should I be worried? Why is it blinking? It's blinking a lot faster now. Oh gosh! It's fine. Totally fine. Let's see what's gonna... Ruh-roh. I am enjoying it, yes. I am. I'm kind of, so right now I've been trying to find shrines, which are these like little mini puzzle dungeons. Oh, hello. You can use shrines to then like level up your health and your stamina. But I have not been able to find any more. I might need to like, oh, there's one. Perfect. We'll do that one and then we'll end for today. Went all this way. Is that a... Oh, it is. That's a fairy fountain. Over there. We'll have to mark that on the map. There's a bunch of story stuff that I haven't done. So we're still fairly early on. Fortunately, I'm gonna head off to bed. Pretty tired, getting up at 4:30 2 days in a row, and snow blowing multiple times. Oh, that does sound rough. I hope you get some good sleep. We're not gonna be on for much longer, so you're not missing a lot. I'm just gonna do this shrine and then end. I have a few things I need to do today, so gonna end maybe a little early, but who cares about the story exploration? I know. Oh gosh, there we go. I don't think this game has a story. Yeah, it's actually all this. Yeah, we'll actually, I mean, I do want to progress the story a bit. Maybe next time we'll do one of these like main quests. Just to at least get some kind of upgrade, I'm sure. But, you know, I'm more interested in, like... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me wait till my stamina's all the way up. There we go. Woo! Perfect landing. All right. Have a good night, Emmers. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. Hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, is this, what's that mountain? I remember these. I remember where we are. And from Breath of the Wild. It's not COVID? That's so good to hear. Combat training, shields. That's very good to hear. I'm sorry that you're still sick, but... I'm glad that at least it's not COVID. The shrine purifies the ancient evil. You who have entered here, heed my instruction. You can reflect projectile if you parry with your shield. Just the right time. Turn the enemy's attack against them. Your other attacks are ineffective here. Ready yourself. Lovely. I'm actually okay at parrying, but I feel like I'm better at, like... I don't know if I'm good at... Oh. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yep. A little too early, that one. It's okay. Probably should have eaten some food. Oh, Perry. I thought you said dairy. How dairy. This is the dairy trial. Unfortunately, Link is lactose intolerant, so it's the toughest of the shrines. Is my health? Should I eat food? Probably should, unless they gave me full health. Yep. Let me eat something. Nothing too crazy. Just some apples. Okay. And do I have anything that's like anti-flame? Hold on. Let me eat some apples real fast. Okay, cool. There we go. Much better. I think I need to be closer. Helps me. Ruh-roh. Be mindful of the element of each attack and choose your shield accordingly. Now demonstrate your skill once more. Boy. Who's gone first? I don't have a wooden shield. Is a sled metal? Ah! Do I have, surely they have, like, a different shield here, then. Oh, there they are. What? Here we go. Let me eat something. There we go. There we go. Alex, I've always wanted to play these. Welcome in, Alex. How are you? Do you have a Switch? Also, Alex, we were just talking, you might want to check out a game called, it's actually been on my list. I have not played it yet. But it's called The Root Trees Are Dead. It is a mystery game that is described as very Obra Dinn-ish. I had heard about it a while back. Because it was on itch.io, but I didn't play it because initially they used AI art in it. And as like their main thing, it was like all AI art. And I was like, nah. But they have released it on Steam now with an actual artist. And so like there's no AI art in it. It's all drawn stuff, but I hear it's very good. Oh, I just read about it. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Anyway, I was gonna say, if it seems like, you know, if it's Obra Dinn-ish, it might be up your alley. Now that I know it's not COVID, I'm going to the bakery. If you're still here, run back. Awesome. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. Rothy, I hope you have a great day. I'm glad that it's not COVID. A game called, it's actually on my list. But you seem enjoying. Yeah, I just read about it after. Yeah, so I am enjoying these. Wait, do you have a Switch, or have you ever had a Switch? I know you play mostly PC stuff. But these are very fun. I would definitely start off with Breath of the Wild. Ooh, that is a very nice shield. Let's get rid of this wooden one, please. Mighty Zonite. More efficiently used. Wait. It's stored energy. No. It's very durable and draws on its stored energy to more efficiently use an attached Zonite device. Interesting. I don't have any consoles now. Okay, maybe, well, have you looked at the Switch 2? I don't know if I want the sled. Hot take. I feel like I've heard a few people say that. I don't have an opinion yet, obviously, because we're not very far into Tears of the Kingdom, but a lot of people say it, but I did love Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, fair. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it as a completely different experience, you know. I'm trying not to compare it too much, even though it's like same map and all that. I love the Switch one because I knew 2 was coming. Nice. Okay, yeah. That probably seems like perfect. Plus, lots of co-op games on the Switch. And you never know. you never know what co-op games there might be. Perhaps some co-op games in our future. Plus, there's actually some like really cool stuff that's being rumored. I don't know if you've like followed a lot of it, but you can kind of see it in the trailer when like the Joy-Con are like sliding across. They kind of look like mice in that little moment. There's been a rumor that the Joy-Con can act like mice, like computer mice, which would be kind of interesting. I kind of wonder if there's going to be more like PC ports moving over that are like more just mouse only. I think that would be kind of interesting. Because I know there's a lot of like, where's this thing? There it is. I know there's a lot of games that haven't moved over, mostly because they don't want to like try to give it controller support, you know? Let's see, more stamina, please. But if you get a Switch 2, you'll be able to play Breath of the Wild, which is fantastic, and that lasts forever. And then, I mean, I'm probably now like 30-ish hours into this game, and I feel like, I mean, we haven't scratched the surface. I've barely done anything story-wise. I've just, like, I've, like, made the map all visible, and now I'm just trying to do a bunch of shrines. Shrines let you level up your health and your stamina, so been trying to kind of get that up before we start, you know, fighting bosses and, you know, all that nonsense. To be honest, it's probably in part due to the fact I'm not into the builder games. I mainly used the air bike and didn't build too much else that was unnecessary. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how creative I'll be with some of the building. I think I'll just kind of keep it simple. At this point, wait for Switch 2 if you're mainly a PC gamer. Yeah, for sure. I kind of want to try to convince YV to get a Switch 2. He's never owned a Nintendo console. And I feel like maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. I'd love to see him play like Mario Odyssey. What's great is there would be so many games, like if you didn't have a Switch, getting a Switch 2, there's so many like Nintendo exclusives that you'd be able to play that are like fantastic games. Mario Odyssey is like one of the best Mario games probably ever made. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, that's like plenty of hours in. Yeah, there'd be a ton of Nintendo games, and there's even those like more like Zelda spin-off remakes, like Link's Awakening and what was it? Oh, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Those were great. So there's plenty of stuff, and there's actually very exciting. It is rumored that maybe one of the launch titles is going to be a remake of Wind Waker, Zelda Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and that was a fantastic game. I wonder if I would replay that on stream. I would consider it. I loved Wind Waker. It was so good. It was so much fun. I feel like that was one of the first games that I really learned how to like parry in game, in like an action game. And those, like Wind Waker is much more of like the classic Zelda than maybe Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which is like way more open world. But anyway, so much fun stuff. I guess we'll find out soon. I really hope we find out about an Animal Crossing. That'd make me very happy. But, friends, we're going to end here. I've got some stuff to do. Things to do today. But before we go, Joss, thank you so much for the resub for 34 months. Incredible. Almost 3 years. Too much to bear. Thank you for gifting a sub to Shady. Daz for the 5-stream streak. And Hanana for the $15. Thank you so much. Getting us closer to our stretch goal. Discord movie night. In my head, that remake was like 3 years ago. I know. Well, Apparently they've been holding on to it for forever. Thanks for the stream. Gonna try to solve a mystery. I hope you do, Sassy. I hope you enjoy the game. Tomorrow you'll have to let us know how far you got into it, and if you like it. Your post has disappeared. Did you say something before that? It broke my brain when I realized at some point recently that Wind Waker HD was closer to the release of the original Wind Waker than it was today. That is wild. Oh gosh. Now I see. In my head, that remake was like 3 years ago. It does seem wild. I mean, this past like console generation has lasted forever. Like the Switch has been out for so long. I'm glad we're finally getting a Switch 2. I think that'll be, I don't know. I'm excited to see. It's scary to think about. I know time flies by, everybody. Flies by. But all right, everyone. That's it. That's it for us today. Tomorrow we'll be back. Probably more Zelda. Yeah, probably. I also want to play some Balatro sometime this week. I haven't decided if we're going back to Locomotive. I can't tell if people were enjoying Locomotive, so I don't know yet. But if not, we'll just continue with some Zelda and Balatro and whatever. But all right. Anyway, friends, that's it for us today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or evening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.